those who dwell in this 3D energy, when those who are operating in 5D do ascend to this new level of consciousness, old earth will fold in on itself, and, you know, holding on to these lower nature carnal desires, to the attachments of earth, money, fame, notoriety, influence, titles. They won't mean anything. And this also speaks of, on a lower scale, just people being caught up in illusions, overwhelmed by their own desires, lust, sex, money, accolades. The prettiest people do the ugliest things on the road to riches and diamond rings. So this definitely speaks of those who operate in 3D. They might not all be, you know, in lack, or lacking finances, or lacking relationships, but lack and poverty has many meanings. I would much rather be lacking in gold or financial riches, but abundant in light and morals. But this speaks of having money or status, the King of Pentacles here, having stability and you know, assumedly all that you desire, but being consumed by control and power, being consumed by it. And that's what is happening with this 3D energy, those who are choosing to dwell on this, okay, and fall into the illusions. This King of Pentacles doesn't look happy at all. Looks depressed or discontent, overwhelmed. And that's the 3D energy in terms of the polarity. We have the 6 of Pentacles versus the 7 of Cups. Okay? Taurus energy, Scorpionic energy, earth and water. And to clarify, the 7 of Pentacles, we have more earth, 9 of Pentacles. Okay? For the 5D dwellers, people on purpose, on the path to healing, many, many rewards, manifestation at a rapid level. And then we have the King of Pentacles representing, clarifying the 7 of Cups. Okay, Earth, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. So that's the polarity. And our next 2 cards that we have the Star representing the 5D, and we have the Magician in reverse representing the 3D energy. Okay, so this pretty much speaks for itself. Those operating in 5D energy healing, healers, starseeds, light workers, or any person that is choosing to look within for the light. seeking their inner compass to guide them. And it's so interesting because if the 3D is represented by the Magician in reverse, look at this polarity here. We have those seeking the light, healing, ascension, and we have those in 3D seeking self, seeking chaos, manipulation, control, black magic, the reptilian agenda, entities, low vibrational entities and energies. This represents the star, the higher realms, the higher chakras, and the Magician in reverse represents the self, the lower carnal nature, okay? Fears and codependency, obsession, addictions. The star is number 17, and it represents breaking down to an 8. 8 represent abundance, balance, mirroring, unions. It also represents great divine protection. Those who are operating in 5D here with the star are focused on renewal. There will be hope and serenity and clarity gained. The star is the light you seek when you enter a new phase of life, new earth, reminding you that you are connected to the universe and all the wisdom you seek is available. It's a knowing. Now is the time to embrace new ideas and growth. Moving past confusion, moving past despair and those who want to test your faith and negativity. That is all that the Magician in reverse represents. Confusion. Testing of one's faith. If the Magician in reverse here is represented by lower vibrational entities and energies, demons coming in with a specific agenda to distract the light workers and the healers and the starseeds, to take them off of their purpose and their path and their mission to raise the vibrations of the universe, of the world. This polarity is just in your face. The Magician in reverse represents lack of planning. So those who are dwelling in the 3D, there will be this energy of lack of planning, of feeling powerless, procrastination, arrogance. The powerlessness of those who are operating this energy, their desire to steal light from those who are operating in 5D will be overwhelming. But there is an energy beyond the bigger picture, which is, old earth folding in on itself, and, higher light, beings who are vibrating higher, ascending to new earth. And all of these energies, low vibrational entities and demons, will dwell together amongst themselves, no longer allowing to penetrate the light and the protective, divine light of ascended beings. But even here and now, this is people who are angry because family members, co-workers, friends, lovers, marriages, institutions, religious structures are being dismantled and people are walking away. They're separating, and it's not anything to do with them. It is a conscious choice for some, but for many, it's just a vibration. It's a shift. that cannot be denied any longer between light and dark. And that's creating tension and rage and rejection in many people, okay? The Magician represents Mercury, mercurial energy, okay? Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo. So there's a, energy of being really stuck in the mind, mental instability by those dwelling in 3D energy. Using intellect to dismantle or to disrupt the agenda, the purpose of light beings, of ordinary people who just want to wake up from the matrix, to just no longer be lied to, okay? And the star represents Aquarius, revolution, change, thinking outside the box, unconventional ways of being, radical change. To clarify the star, we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. The wheel is represented by Jupiter, okay? Jupiter is the planet of expansion, of the sages, okay? It rules Sagittarius, the higher mind, idealism, abundance, good fortune, destiny. It is your destiny, our destiny, to inhabit the earth. The meek shall inhabit the earth. It is our destiny, our birthright, to ascend. It is our birthright to love, and to find balance, and to be free. These are the last days, the last days. Like I said, the last days began thousands of years ago. But these are the last days. The Wheel of Fortune represents 10, which is a cycle completing. The end is near, is here. And there is an agenda that dates way back to stop this cycle from ending. And these low vibrational entities and energies who are still operating in 3D, who do not want to wake up, who choose to dwell in darkness, their agenda is to stop the fate of these beings, stop the fate of the world, stop the raising of the vibrations of the energies of this earth in order for this separation to happen. This agenda goes back to the Orion Wars, this reptilian agenda to spread evil and darkness and denseness all over the earth. And for many light years, it worked. The light didn't want to face the darkness. The light was tricked by the darkness, always wanting to give in, always wanting to let it in, to help it change, to somehow find a way. It became too much, and the light almost just ignored the dark because it's better to ignore it. And the dark took over. There was a separation many eons ago with Arcturians and other light beings, but it's happening again, and there will be a new earth, and the vibrations are pretty much there. Everything's set in place. This is the end, and these entities know it. They know it. They know that there's a revolution, that there is an ending. 10, Wheel of Fortune. And they, just like we know, want to do all that is possible to prevent this from happening. But they can't. But they're going to try. Weapons will form, but they will not prosper. They will not prosper. But there is resistance. There is resistance to this consciousness level being reached. And that's why the light workers, that those who are moving toward ascension in 5D, to clarify the star, we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, okay? But they can't stop what's truly divine. Nothing can stop what's truly divine. To clarify the Magician in reverse, which is the 5D dwellers, we have the Ace of Cups in reverse, okay? So this is definitely speaking of those who continue to dwell in this 3D energy. There is a disconnection, okay? That's a lack. That's emotional imbalance. That's bad health. Lack of compassion, lack of purity, lack of creativity. Ultimately, no new beginning. Even once old earth folds in on itself, hopefully that will be the catalyst for change for those entities and energies who just don't want to change, who refuse to move toward love and light. Hopefully that will be the catalyst to change. The beginning of many, many reincarnations in the old earth, to possibly get to a certain vibration to where they could find a way to resolve their karma, absolve their karma, and eventually move toward change or light. There's always a chance, because God is a forgiving God, but these energies won't have the chance after New Earth to access those beings who are on purpose, who are God's chosen ones, who will have the opportunity to be amongst other beings all over the universe who choose love, who choose light. There will be a disconnection. There will not be another chance to annihilate or to hurt or to bring down these beings who do the divine will of God. To clarify the Magician in reverse energy, those who dwell in 3D, there will be repressed emotions, many, many endings, separation from the light, and there will be feelings of vulnerability and loss. And that's on a whole level in terms of New Earth and Old Earth, all of that. But in the here and now, those who are manipulating people's free will, dwelling in binding spells, manipulation, dark magic, spell work, all of it with bad intentions. There will be marriages ending. There will be separation within families. There will be the inability to create anything new, anything pure. And there will be a lack, the inability to connect with these light beings, because God is protecting these light beings here, trying to protect their destiny and their fate and their inheritance from these type of beings and entities. In the past, there was the ability to deceive these healers and these beings, but no longer. There is a path and there is a place being prepared, full of love and full of light. And that is the polarity that Spirit is putting out there for the collective to be mindful of right here, right now. These last days in time, these are the last days. But the last days began 2,000 plus years ago. These are the the very last days. Okay, seducing spirits and deception abound. What is being protected, okay, by those who dwell in 5D, 10 of Cups, and those who dwell in 3D, King of Cups in reverse. Those who are moving toward healing, light, love, doing the works of the heart, humble, meek, will inherit the earth. 10 of Cups. New earth is all about abundance. It's about truth and healing, complete satisfaction, fulfillment, freedom, moving past broken relationships and neglect, feeling incomplete and misaligned, disconnected from this earth, from materialism and evil and pain and denseness and darkness. Starseeds who finally get to go home and ascend. 5D, King of Cups, okay? In reverse is intolerant. This is extreme emotional imbalance. This is the patriarch system personified, okay? The inability to show emotion, confusion in terms of sexuality and how to show love and how to give love, lack of generosity, lack of strength, lack of restraint. This is abuse, emotional abuse, codependency, alcoholism, addictions, obsession. We clarify the King of Cups. Clarify the King of Cups. Clarify the King of Cups for 3D energies. To clarify the King of Cups, we have the Four of Pentacles, okay? Capricorn energy. So to clarify this, emotional instability, the inability to show restraint, the patriarch system, the kinks in it in terms of emotional imbalance within male population, confusion in terms of sexuality, lack of strength, lack of generosity, codependency. Okay, we have the Four of Pentacles, which represents greed, materialism, loss, mistrust. Okay, so those dwelling in the 3D will definitely feel this emotional imbalance due to their control of their material possessions, things that you cannot take with you. These are the things that you will be folded in with when old earth folds in on itself, disconnected from the sun, disconnected from light, love. There is a need for anyone operating in this 3D energy to heal, to absolve their karma, and to address balancing their lower chakras, their root chakras, their sacral chakras. Balancing those lower natures, releasing and detaching from your carnal nature, possessions, and balancing wounding from the past, from childhood, detaching from worldly possessions and worldly things in order to dwell in your higher chakras. But this is the 3D energy here. Four of Pentacles, Capricorn, earth energy, all about materialism and the lower nature, okay? Releasing the lower nature, and if not, being stuck in this feeling of mistrust, loss, grief, inability to constrain, restrain, to lose control, okay? And let's clarify the Ten of Cups, the 5D energy. To clarify the Ten of Cups, we have the 8 of Wands, okay? Sagittarius energy. This is beautiful. 8 of Wands is represented by this beautiful, beautiful eagle. Eagles are all about communication with the higher realms. This is travel. This is ascension at its best. This is new earth. This is advancement. This is communication. This is action, balance, change, being productive in your purpose, in your divine will. This is moving past frustration and delays and confusion. This is doing the work to dismantle the patriarchy and allowing new love to form, eternal love. And that is breaking down this system. Waking people up. The feminines doing the work, and a lot of masculine energies receiving the signals to awaken, to transform, and to ascend. But ultimately, it's new earth, it's happiness, it's abundance, is freedom, and it's travel, ascension. But here and now, it's definitely unions, success in businesses and creative projects, new beginnings, ascensions happening, ascending to higher levels, being more in tune with your gifts, abilities, and helping others to ascend. Marriages, proposals, new opportunities, and travel. And lastly, we are going to just get into our good tarot cards that we drew, direct messages from source to the collective. And we will end our reading on these 3 messages. We have the Hermit in reverse, we have the Moon, and we have the 10 of Wands, or the Ten of Fire in reverse, okay? Obviously, the Hermit is all about solitude or isolation, going within, gaining the knowledge, seeking refuge to understand one's choices. The Hermit also speaks of protection, divine protection. The Moon speaks of revelations, metamorphoses, secrets, hidden realms. And the Ten of Fire represents a completion, an end, okay? In reverse, it represents a release, a resolution, okay? So we're going to start with the Hermit. It came out in reverse. So this definitely speaks of choices, okay? It's represented by the number 9 in the tarot. And the number 9 is all about the final passage to a completion, okay? An evolution, perfecting something, okay? A crisis before entering to a new realm. So this definitely speaks of, you know, those who are operating in 3D energy, about, you know, really addressing your karma. You don't have any other time. There's no other time than now to change. 9s are about divine timing, divine intervention, divine justice, being backed by the divine, supreme divine protection. And the Hermit is represented by Virgo energy. Virgo is all about service and preparation for new earth. So in reverse, it speaks of isolation and foolish choices, okay? Being withdrawn, depression. So in terms of polarity, that is definitely what maybe many people might be feeling right now in terms of the separation energy. Those who are moving away toward healing have made their choices to do what's in their best and highest good, and that could leave many people in feelings of isolation, rejection, anger, resentment, and that could lead to some choices or choices that have been made in the past that could have led to some isolation and depression. But we're going to read this card from the Good Tarot, and we're going to read it upright, because the hope is that people can learn, and these actions or foolish choices or that they can lead to some type of catalyst to change. And the Hermit advises you that now is a time for reflection. You must look inward for truth and wisdom, for you have all the knowledge you need inside. Be calm and reflective. Do not let the outside world distract you from the messages you hold within. And that's to those who are vibrating high, who are in the 5D, who are moving toward healing. Do not let the outside world distract you from the messages you hold inside. This came out kind of in representing of those in 3D energy, you know, failure to go within, failure to be enlightened, the failure to go in solitude, not isolation, solitude, to go within, to reevaluate the choices that have gotten you to this point and to reflect on them. In reverse, this is isolation and depression, you know, those operating in 3D. But let's read the Good Tarot in terms of the Hermit. It says, time out. Sometimes it's necessary to take time out for regrouping and introspection. This is a temporary experience, but one necessary for my growth. When I step back, I retreat, regroup, and renew. I have a clear perspective on everything in my life. The next card we have the Moon, okay? The Moon represented by the number 18 is another 9. So with the hermit and the moon, now we have 9, okay? So this is double confirmation that evolution is happening here. Divine timing is here. A final passage toward perfection. And there may be crisis that happens before this completion. Okay? But with the moon here, this is definitely about transformation. All of the signs, all of the water signs, okay? Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Rebirth. Going deep into the underworld to transform, to change, to transmute the shadow aspects of oneself. Scorpionic energy. Cancerian energy. The distorted feminine. Feminine energies as a whole. The inability to go deep in water and to dwell on land with the crab, opening one's shell and changing. And then Pisces energy, the oldest of the water energies. Wisdom, psychic ability, dwelling between spirit and 3D and 5D. So this is all about transformation, okay? Metamorphosis, becoming aware of your shadow self and the lessons that lie within. This card reminds you that fear is an illusion and you will need to purge negativity and tap into your inner awareness for answers, okay? Trusting your intuition, realizing what is an illusion and what is not. Fear, and trusting your subconscious. Things are being revealed and illuminated. The truth. People waking up from the matrix, realizing what is real and what is not. Finding that balance, okay? That key that's in the belly of the whale. Going deep in order to address your triggers and have the awareness that's needed to transform and move past frustrations and confusion, okay? Unhappiness and disbelief during this very real time of revelation. Those in 5D are going to be in their intuition, moving past fears and trusting their subconscious. Those who dwell in 3D and 5D will deal with a lot of frustration and confusion and unhappiness, unable to cope and deal with the truth. Now let's read from the Good Tarot. The Moon. Number 18 breaking down to a 9. Illusion. I may not see the workings of spirit in the invisible realms, but I know there is great activity behind the scenes. It's important to trust the mystery and remember that the material realm is a reflection of the truth of what's really going on in the present. Great opportunities lie in the shadows, awaiting the perfect time for illumination. We're getting all these 9s. We had 7 earlier with the Chariot energy, starting off the reading. I just really feel like within the summer months, there's going to be some type of great revelation. Between 7 and 9, between July and August. July and September. Illuminations. Revelations. Truth coming in. And lastly, we have Ten of Fire, okay? Let's just look at all this motion in this card. Action. Another 10. So we have 10, 10, 10. We have 9, 9. All right, so 10s are all about completions, okay? There's a cycle that's ending. These are the last days, the last days. And I do believe that we are literally in the very last days. And new earth is coming, okay? And it's just no better time than to really address your karma. Assess who you really are, go deep to find balance. Keep raising the vibrations of the world and everyone in it. Stay on purpose, stay on task. Forgive yourself, forgive others. No judgment. But the 10 of Wands, the 10 of Fire, in reverse speaks of relief coming, okay? Upright, 10 of Wands or 10 of Fire, it's all about burdens and stress and taking on so much. Being at the very end, and it's like Mother Earth is at the very end of a very, very strenuous effort of attaining and dealing with this polarity and this darkness, but no more. Everything is in line to make this shift happen. And as magnificent and amazing as Mother Earth is, can no longer, sustain at this level with this much darkness and density. And the stress has become too much. And this energy shift is being accomplished, and there's nothing that anyone can do about it except to continue to raise it. It's nothing that the darkness can do about it, put it that way. In reverse, it's talking about relief, simplification. It's talking about a resolution being found, okay? But it could also speak of some type of avoidance as well. But this is powerful action being taken. And I love this 10 of Fire because it feels as if the time has come, divine timing for new earth. And here and now, it's anyone, light workers, healers, anyone who's on purpose, on path, anyone who's putting the work in, doing their best, trying hard to move forward, who has a lot on their plate in terms of family or workload or a relationship that's been too trying, whatever it is that you have been burdened with. If you have been doing the work, if you have been doing the divine will of God, that stress is being alleviated, okay? You're going to get what you deserve, promotions, unions, soulmates, good health, accolades, recognition, inheritance. It's all yours because relief is here. Divine timing is here. 10 of Fire. 10 of Fire. burning away, releasing the excess, endings clear way for beginnings. I may be over committed and have taken on too many burdens. In this moment, I do the work to declutter my life. All that I release will take new form and serve the greater whole. But I no longer need to hold on to it simply because it once seemed to have value for me. I thank it for what it did for me, but say goodbye to the emotions, relationships, and situations that I realize do not belong in my life anymore. Now, what better way to end the messages than by Spirit telling you during this separation energy, during this shift, to not be guilty, to release, to allow transformation to happen, to allow the death process to happen, to allow the cycle to end, and to do the work it takes to address your karma. And if you're a light worker, healer, starseed, do not feel guilty that you have to walk away from certain people, beings, or situations. Because like your divine will, Sacred Spirit message says, everything will always be perceived and received in divine timing. Sometimes when we work so hard at achieving a goal or outcome, it can be marred by setback after setback. This does not mean you will not receive success. More that you need to adjust and be open to a new approach to receive the outcome or resolution you desire. You may need to acknowledge, however, that the door isn't ready yet, or it is physically not meant to be opened by you. You can't save everyone, and you can't take everyone with you. Use your discernment. There are many, many people who need your divine light at this time. There are many people who need to be awakened from the matrix, who need guidance, healing toward their path. You can't force anything. You can't force anyone. It's everyone's journey to take for themselves. Be the guiding light. And thank the situation for what it did for you. But say goodbye to the emotions, relationships, and situations that you realize do not belong in your life anymore. Everyone, New Earth, the Great Division, these are the last days, the very last days, okay? And it's time to get everything right. It's time to prepare. You're divinely protected by elite archangels and celestial, galactic, celestial beings. And it's a time to be mindful of your actions and your choices. It's time to release. It's time to transform. It's time for death. The death process, transformation, releasing it all to the divine in order to gain a new perspective. Releasing illusions. Healing your lower nature. Detaching from obsessions and codependency. And most importantly, fear, which is the illusion of the devil. He would love for you to believe that you do not have access to the light, that you can't transmute, that you can't be the alchemist, that you can't be the co-creator of your own reality. Oh, the devil would love that. Releasing the fears, reaching for the sun, spreading love and light and healing in preparation for new earth and ascension. It is the message of spirit today. Be mindful of seducing spirits, because deception is abound. We're going to pull from the Angelarium to end our reading today. Thank you all for being a part of raising the vibrations of the world and everyone around you. Just partaking in this reading and listening and taking in the truth and spreading it is one step closer. Message from the angels, please. Spirit Sage, message. Can we get some messages from the angels? Messages from the angels. One divine oracle. Wow. That was beautiful. And what angel can we draw energy from? What message does the angels have for us in terms of the Angelarium, the Tree of Life? One message from the Angelarium, please. Okay. So we'll start with our love and light. Wow, it says give peace a chance. Give peace a chance. I am leaving you with a gift, peace of mind and heart. And the peace I give is a gift the world cannot give. Wow. Give peace a chance. Let go of fear and attachment to this 3D realm, because the peace that you're seeking here, you will not find. I am leaving you with a gift, peace of mind and heart. And the peace I give is a gift the world cannot give. New earth. Beautiful. Walk away from illusions and toward truth. My God. This is beautiful. And it's so timely. Show me the right path, O Lord. Point out the road for me to follow. And that's Psalms 25:4. Show me the right path, O Lord. Point me in the direction to follow. Walk away from illusions and toward the truth. Wow. Walk away from fear. Walk away from fear and move toward a new beginning, toward the key, the truth, the light, and the way. The path is love. Love is the way to light, okay? Do not fear. What travel brings, my dear. The moment is yours. The moment is here. Follow the path of love. Walk away from illusions and toward truth. And the angel we have is the angel of night, Lilio. The angel of light, Lilio. The angel of night. Get a good picture of her. Beautiful. A fleeting spirit who dances across the sky, beautiful but aloof. Stars fill the tresses of Lilio's hair. The night passes whether we are lost to quiet murmurs of sleep or staring out at a darkened expanse of sky. For everything you see, there are 1,000 things unseen. You witness the glimmer, the gleaming of what is truly there. Lilio passes from star to star, filling the night with light. One would think the darkness was Lilio's realm. However, it is starlight that heralds night's arrival. Star bright, stars light, dance on and on across this night. What lullabies await us? What glittering night charms will Lilio hang upon the sky for all to see, for all to dream? Signs to be mindful of: the wind, sheer cloth, and the moon. The starlight heralds the night's arrival. Even in the darkest, the twilight of the darkest and coldest night of December, remember, you'll be fine. Nothing can stop what's truly divine. For everything you see, there's 1,000 things unseen. Trust in what's unseen. Be mindful of what's unseen. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. The wind, sheer cloth, and the moon are signs. Okay. Lilio, angel of night. Angel of night. Beautiful. And the last is your divine energy oracle. And we have trust the divine plan. I'm not surprised, though this is all about divine will. Trust the divine plan. Number 58. 13 breaking down to a 4, which is all about stability. 4s are about clarity and taking control, preparing for a change that leads to stability. Trust the divine plan. Are you letting past hurts and failures occupy too much mental and emotional space? Are your defense mechanisms overdeveloped, thus overpowering or blocking your subtle psychic channels? Are you missing the blessings of the past and failing to trust in the divine plan for the path you've traveled thus far? Your divine energy is calling you to appreciate the perfection of the divine plan for every aspect of your life. You've been lovingly nurtured by your angels, guides, higher self, and creator all along. What you've encountered so far has helped you become the wonderful soul you are and has shaped your creative purpose in every way. Recognize how involved you've become and appreciate how you've grown into a loving, contributing, creative human being. Your divine invitation. Review your life with appreciation and respect. As difficult as it may be to trust every episode and challenge you faced, they've been essential facets of your journey, and none has been a mistake. Love who you are today and all that has contributed to your evolution. You're right on schedule. Trust the divine plan. Releasing it. Accepting that which cannot be controlled or changed. I thank it for what it did for me, but say goodbye to the emotions, relationships, and situations that I realize do not belong in my life anymore. Polarity. Breaking down of the distorted feminine. Dismantling the patriarch. Being the guiding light. New earth. Ascension. Giving peace a chance. Addressing your karma. Healing. Raising the consciousness of the world. Keeping your vibrations high. Metamorphosis, change, transformations, protection, solitude, going within, divine timing, ascension, taking those steps toward healing the past, detaching from your lower natures and releasing those illusions and the fears of the devil and descending towards your higher calling. Walking away from illusions and toward the truth. And seeking the light within, following your inner compass, your true north. Renewal, hope, clarity, ascension. And these are the messages that Spirit want for the collective during this period. There are unions. There is healing, awakenings, transformations, freedom, abundance. On the other side of accepting who you are, doing the work, and embracing new ideas and growth, because these are the very last days in time Be mindful of the seducing spirits and the deception that abounds. Shine your light on everyone that you meet. Free yourself of judgments, because that's only left for God to do. Use your discernment. Protect your energy. But most importantly, keep your vibrations high. Spread love. Because love is the key, the path, the way, the light, the truth. And you have to begin somewhere. So begin here. Do not fear when travel begins toward new earth, towards a new you, a new beginning. The moment is yours. Begin now. Begin here. Even in the twilight of the darkest and coldest night of December, please remember, you'll be fine. Nothing can stop what's truly divine.